tired. Look at him. He's all yawny.
All right, next grade level is stopping. My horse has been through the respect series and he's had training with MG, so it's more of a refresher for me and trying to find out where the hole is. He's still a bit bucky humpy when I get on. He sits still fine, but when we move off, he gets silly. I feel like I have a bad habit at this point, and it just takes a few minutes of disengaging, circling, backing, and then he's fine. It's nothing dangerous. How can I use stopping to help me?
So stopping horse great because horsemanship stopping, which is what's in our respect series, you're going to gather up on those reins without that horse knowing that you have the reins, and your arms are going to be extended. The reason your arms are going to be extended is so when you pull back and you grab here, the only way for that horse to keep going is to pull you out of the seat. Well, you stop solid a couple times where they feel like they're running into something solid every time that you sit back. Very quickly, anytime that you have your hands here and you sit back, they're gonna wanna stop because you're stopping with your whole body. You're putting your whole body on their face. Very quickly, they're stopping the way you want them to.
I noticed with my horse with a stopping exercise that she stops, but she starts to walk again. Is this acceptable, or should she stop and then rest when I give?
Stop. You want the horse to plantate, que lo plantaste, chico. He would tell me this again and again. That word meant he wanted the horse. That when you stop, that they stand still and grab them again, stop them again, stop them again. I put them somewhere that they stay. Ask them to move off again.
Okay. This isn't a question in particular about stopping. Eventually, I'll be starting my gilding under saddle. In the first ride, when you're asking for your horse to turn, where should I have my weight in the seat?
Into the turn, like a motorcycle. You want to be stepping on the inside peg. You want to be stepping, whenever you're turning, you want to be stepping into your stirrup, the inside of their spine, the inside of that merry-go-round, because if you step on the outside, number one, you're telling the horse to go in a different direction, and number two, you're putting yourself off balance.
How does Michael keep the halters from riding up on the horse's face? I tried mine and it kept climbing up on the horse's face.
Whenever I do this, I'm going to put this on this horse, and even he's a draft horse.
What is it? Show it to us first.
Okay.
Your double-ended clip.
So it's a double-ended clip, and it's going to go right here, right on the bottom loop there. And that's going to keep it right where I need it. Bottom knot, that's why that bottom knot is there. It has no other purpose. A simple double-ended clip. Whoever was smart enough to invent rope halters, they put a kidney knot, and that's what this knot is. And that knot is there by design. That knot there is meant where you can loosen it up and raise it or lower it for a bigger horse or a smaller horse. So you can have one halter and use it on all your horses. Great for rope halters, bad for riding. Because if you pull, it's meant to give. So what we want to do is see that you put that clip in anytime that you're riding so that that knot doesn't come undone or loosen up on you.
Is there anything I should know about transitioning from a snaffle to just using the MG halter? I've never ridden my current horse with just a halter and no bit. Will I have the same amount of control?
Probably more. Because in the snaffle, I doubt that you've gone through the respect series and got that horse soft and desensitized it with the snaffle. And
Give me attention!
And desensitized it with the snaffle and broke it loose with the snaffle. Oftentimes when people are on the Appalachian Trail on the Grand Canyon and my followers are riding around in my halters and they come around the corner and see another horse person, that horse person says, "Are you crazy? You're on the mountainside with a halter? You're gonna die." I feel like they're safer. Not because I think my halters are special or I think you should buy one, but because my followers have a program in place and they go through the respect series and they do their due diligence, they do their maintenance. You know that horse stops, you know that horse backs, you know that horse gives left and right. People buy a horse and the trainer says, here's the bit. Never again do they check the brakes, check the power steering fluid, do maintenance. The best vehicle in the world still has to be maintained.
Okay, all I have left is a random question.
Randos!
So I rode with a group of women, and the petite ones would just look at us bigger women and make a comment about poor horses. I'm only a size 14. Is there a weight limit standard for riding? My Rocky Mountain does great with me, but I do have my larger horses as well.
If your horse is carrying you with no issue and it's not getting sore and carrying you with no problem, there's no problem there. If you see the Pasofinos and they ride, my father, if he's not watching, he's probably 250, 260, and he is average. I'm a small trainer for the Pasofinos, and they're 13, 14 hands, and the trainers are 250 to 280. all of them, it seems like. Every other trainer that you see is huge, and they're carrying them all the time. So many times now, and especially in our society of today, it's not that we're asking too much from the horses, it's that we're asking too little. Empires raised and fell on the back of horses. Our whole society used to get to and from work and wherever we wanted to go on the back of horses. Now we put them in a cart and take us instead of them taking the cart. For the amount of work that the average person does with their horse, weight is not an issue. Of course, that's a broad stroke statement, and there's extremes of everything. If you're riding a Shetland pony, I wouldn't ride a Shetland pony or a mini. With that being said, for the amount of work that most people are doing with their horse, weight is not an issue. And if it ever is, you have somebody like this, these halfies, half drafts, and this joker could carry anything.
He always looks so small on video and in pictures, but
this joker's huge.
He's a monster.
He could carry any human being that you put on him.
All right. So that's all the questions that we have. We do have a contest for a retreat giveaway, and I haven't clarified how many retreats we want to give away. So we have 2 different contests that went on. One for commenting